Didn't even know that they were in the movie. Oh yeah, because they were cut off. Well, Handsome Tom is not even part of Screw Attack anymore. I think he left Screw Attack like 3 years ago. I thought I heard something weird, but I guess it was my eagle friend. Town. That's where I go. Town. Downtown. Cutting room floor, I see so many talented people go into the trash can. Yep. Screw Attack creators, starring Craig and Handsome Tom, had attempted for a month to raise money in order to buy a part for an extra Uwe Boll had created as an internet auction. On July 4th, 2007, Craig announced on the Screw Attack podcast side scrollers that Uwe Boll sent him an email response stating that they had successfully managed to be cast as extras. I do have to say, I'm not happy if I should say this, but... or should I be proud or anything, but I have seen all of the... In the Name of the King, Dungeon Siege series, all of the 3 movies. So me and my friends, we wanted to see them all. That's all there is. And I do have to say, they're all bad. They're just all bad. We have met before. I think I'm Nikolai. Have you met my Anna? She is. I do not know where she is. I'm looking for her. Tell about Ghost Wife. You start to tell the old man about the ghost you met in the forest. Anna. You have seen Anna? You explained that you saw her ghost in the forest. Anna is in the forest? Where is she? I must go to her. You tell Nikolai where you saw Anna and try to explain that she's dead, but... Thank you! I cannot thank you enough for finding my Anna. I will go to her now. I will help her find her way home. Thank you again! And there he very slowly goes. Yeah, pretty much that's what it was. Why would he even make it an auction? Give us some money and you will be in the film. Whoops, thanks you for the money, but you will not be in the film. Asshole. That's pretty much a robbery. People gave him money that they would be casted into the movie, and yet he doesn't make them show in the movie, so they should have had their money returned. That's how it goes in the film industry. If they are promised to have a role in a movie, they are supposed to be shown there, even if it's for 1 second. Because they paid for it. They paid him for it. But I highly doubt he didn't even give them an email or anything afterwards. Because that's Uwe Boll. He don't give a fuck about your opinions. Yeah, exactly. Douche. Well, Nikolai's not here. I hope Nikolai hasn't gone to the graveyard. Well, he did say that he would go here to find his wife and bring her home. So... after this quick visit all over the place... Oh, bleeding. Woo. So maybe now if I go back to town, Nikolai would have returned. Maybe. 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 Baby. Maybe. I'm not sure. Or maybe he will look for her at night. Maybe. When his fundraiser for filming newest Rampage movie, it failed, he went on a furious rant where he insulted basically every big Hollywood star, Robert Downey, etc., that they were talented as shit and such. Or, as I heard one guy saying, if I had an ego as big as you, I wouldn't even be able to leave home. If anybody had as big of an ego as Uwe Boll, they would be floating up in the stratosphere because they would be so bloated. There would be a giant blimp in the sky. What's that? Oh, it's just Uwe Boll's ego. Oh, actually, it's Uwe Boll himself because of his ego. Apparently, I just need to wait and come back to this place. We don't go into politics here, Raisin. We don't talk about Trump or anything. No politics, no religion. It says in the rules. It says in the rules. No politics, no religion. Those are the two topics you never speak in streams. It's not just my rules, it's a just basic rule in streaming. You never go into those. Nikolai has disappeared from his home. The last time I saw him, he said something about finding Anna. I fear he is dead. Well, at least he would be a happy man. Good day. I went searching last evening to see if I could find Nikolai, but I find nothing. He was an old man. I could not survive the forest at night, I am certain. He's only been gone an hour, if even that. You tell about Anna's ghost and Nikolai. So that is why he was excited about Anna. He has gone to her, I guess. Maybe they will be together again. It is nice to believe so. Happy ending, at least, to the story. Nikolai has not been seen in some time. He seemed so happy when last I saw him. He really thought he was going to see Anna. Perhaps he did. There was some talk of werewolves again when the townsfolk realized that Nikolai was gone, but I stopped it. There will be no more of that here if I can help it. I will miss Nikolai. He was a good man. I have been looking after him for so many years, it will take some getting used to not having Nikolai around. That's life. Take care. Getting to be an extra in the movies isn't the hardest thing to do, after all. Many movies need some random to walk by in the background or sit at some table, just don't expect good treatment. Like I am reminded of some football movie where the extras had to raw it up in the stands as a storm raged. The shot took all day. I mean, even if you're an extra, you're still filming a movie, so it's not easy for even the extras. I mean, even the extras can screw up in the background and they have to retake a shot or something like that. Especially if there's some special effects going to happen around there. They have to that would be something that they have to reset and retake, and it's going to be the extras' fault, and probably they're gonna get kicked out of being the extra in the background. Nikolai is happy, I hope. So I guess if I wait until night time, we'll probably see Nikolai here again. Maybe. Just looked at my webcam and seeing just Yoshi staring there, like... Yeah, I've seen that moment, Raisin. I mean... In Felis's review, he shows it really well that it's overball with a wristwatch on. And I also think in The Name of the King 3, pretty much everybody's still wearing their watches and everything, even though it's supposed to be like in the way in the past or such. They just didn't care at that point anymore. It's supposed to be a period piece, but then screw it. Everybody can wear wristwatches and such. Because Overball don't care. Even though he's a talented director. What else could we do? I mean, with Leshy, I cannot do anything because we cannot get to the elderberry bush until we have gone to Baba Yaga. And to get to Baba Yaga, we need to get an item, which we will get from Nikolai now. So pretty much all I can do is just wait. That's all I can do. Eagle friend? I don't see Eagle friend, but I heard Eagle friend. I wonder what the Overball's best film is. If you had to pick which would it be? Rampage. The first Rampage. That's definitely his best work. It's not the greatest movie around, but at least it shows effort. And that's it. So yeah, my answer is Rampage. All the other movies are bad. I refuse to give him credit. Well, I don't really give credit to Uwe Boll for that movie. I give credit to the actor in it. Because in that movie, he has to wear this whole full body suit that is an armor suit. Then he has to wear that throughout the whole movie. So I give kudos to that actor at least. But like I said, the movie is not the best around, but at least it's better than any of Uwe Boll's shit. And you'd say Blood Rain is the least shite of all. Blood Rain? Blood Rain! I'm so glad he didn't announce a Witcher movie. I'd be extremely upset. Have you actually seen that they have shown a little sneak peek to the Witcher TV series? Well, series that's going to be on Netflix. Have you seen the sneak peek? Oh, Blood Rain is just bad as the others, in my opinion. It's a really boring movie. But have you seen that little sneak peek of the Witcher series on Netflix? It's pretty much just Henry Cavill wearing the Geralt outfit coming out of the shadows and taking a drink of a potion. But have you seen Raisin that sneak peek? That just that him coming out of the shadows and taking a drink, I'm like, they really need to work on that outfit and the look. The wig is so obviously a wig. It is the worst wig I've ever seen. I mean, it is an awful wig that he's wearing. They need to work on that at least, and if they don't, the TV series is gonna suffer from it. Because it is such an obvious wig. Yes, I agree that he should have some kind of a stubble at least. Yeah, he would look better with a stubble. Otherwise, I thought that he looked pretty good. Pretty accurate with all the outfit and everything. Just needs a little bit of work on it. But just that wig. The wig. It was the worst. So what has Jupp been talking about here? I have been ignoring Jupp. I'm sorry. My favorite extras come from the unexpected moments, like with the Star Trek movie. Where are the nuclear vessels? Yeah, the whistles. When ordinary people have no idea the movie is even being filmed. Or the famous "I walk in here" line. The movie was being filmed without authorization on real streets. No, actually, they did have... Jupp, you're wrong there. They actually... He's talking about the Midnight Cowboy, the movie with Jon Voight and Dustin Hoffman. Then where the taxi actually almost drives into them, like driving over them. And that's where the famous line from Dustin Hoffman is, "Hey, I'm walking here." Then actually that taxi driver is a real taxi driver, just doing his business on the streets of New York, but they had closed up the streets. They had authorization for that part of the street. They actually had signs and everything, but that taxi driver just totally ignored the warnings and the signs and just drove in there and almost drove over Jon Voight and Dustin Hoffman. He just pretty much drove into them, and Dustin just reacted in his character. He reacted with the "I walk in here," and that is a real taxi driver that came in there to the movie set. But they liked it so much they kept it in the movie. Hey there, Valtier. Valtier. English, it's a language, and Valtier, it's a name. I think there's something wrong with the screen. It's all pixelated. Don't anger Yoshi. He's watching you, Valtier, now. He's watching you. Still have not seen that movie, by the way. Not me neither. I haven't seen Midnight Cowboy at all. I just know about the movie, and I just know the famous line from it, and that they did. The way I heard it, they were concealing the camera and on the lowdown about filming. Interesting how facts will change from telling to telling. Yeah, you got it all wrong. You've heard wrong. I mean, they had closed the streets, but the taxi driver just came in because he was late to work or something. He was just annoyed, a very annoyed New York cab driver who just wanted to get through there, where they had signs and everything to close up the set or for the filming. Funny thought, that taxi driver later demanding a share of the film's profits because I appeared in film still. But yeah, I haven't seen Midnight Cowboy as well, but I've heard that it's a really good movie. Maybe eventually I will find myself a copy of it and just watch it. I'm just running back and forth because we're, yet again, wasting time. Might as well fight now, because I'm in full strength and everything. Let's have a battle with this bitch. My spell is stronger than yours. My spell is stronger than yours. If I could throw some magic at you, damn bitch. Oops, I didn't mean to push that. That was running away. I need to put on reversal. And aura. And you can have a lightning bolt up your ass. Zeus. I guess in here reversal doesn't work. God damn, will you? Die. I really should find out all the shortcuts in the fight on how they work. Still haven't figured that one out. Because clicking on that, you have to hold down until he casts the spell. And sometimes it doesn't accept the clicking, so I will like to know how to do the shortcuts. Eagle friend, you're flying low. Yeah, run here. About Witcher though, trying to complete the first game finally. Got before the chapter 2, but I just have a hard time to warm up to the game still. Don't start talking about Witcher when Valtyr is around. He will start non-stop talking about Witcher 3 as he always does. Because Witcher 3 is Valtyr's #1 game of all time. Best game in the world! Yep. He started a new playthrough on his streams recently. Actually. There you go. I was about to look up, well, I can still do it. It's noon. Alright, bunny. Show me what you got. None of the spells work, but the shortcuts. Huh. Ah, they do. Okay. Just die already. Okay, I found out what these shortcuts are. In the manual, it actually said that I should have to hold down shift and then push a button, but I just pushed the key down and it worked. You're welcome, Valtyr. I just forget to do that. There's a lot of other streamers, like fellow VGV people here, that I forget to do the shout out. So, you're special now. Because you're the first one that I did it for. Ha ha! Rah! I killed a bunny rabbit. Ha! I should always do the ha 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 from Starman. Right, Gabriel? If you have seen the Rift Tracks Starman movie, Attack from Space, I think is what they're always showing there. You see Starman, yep. Also, this entire day and last evening went by on running in Swamp Forest because couldn't find any celandines or whatever that. Is that a different Starman? Not the good one now? Yep. We're talking about a 50s TV movie series, a Japanese original movie series, which starred a Starman. A man made out of steel, and he always looks for trouble in space. From the Emerald, he comes from Emerald Planet, where he was created, a man of steel, and he detects the radioactivity and tries to stop the evildoers from destroying the galaxy or the universe from radiation that always comes from Earth. When you think about it, they didn't know anything about science when they created those serials. You could call them serials because that's what they feel like old school serial. Villains powered by radiation. Check that was popular in the decade. Well, he's not a villain. Starman is the hero, made out of steel. But yeah, the villains aren't really powered by radiation, but it was a constant because of the Hiroshima and others. The nuclear bombs and nuclear bombs in general. It always starts. The story starts with showing the Emerald Planet when they have detected another problem in Earth and they send out Starman to take care of that problem, and it's some kind of a superpower or anything trying to destroy the world, and if there's any nuclear explosions on Earth, it will send the radiation up into the space and it would eventually hit Emerald Planet and destroy them. Some shit like that every start, and every time you hear that, you're like, sure, radiation from Earth will destroy the galaxy like millions of light years away. That's how it works. Yep. And the movies are as goofy as hell. Starman can fly, and he always whistles, and in space his cape flaps. But he's strong as steel. He can jump very high when you reverse the jump. And also he can throw mannequins around very easily. Well, not mannequins, but puppet people. And bullets don't harm him either. Gotta remember that. For so advanced planet, they sure lack radiation shields. Yeah, and they're always afraid of that one planet, Earth. That radiation will come from Earth and destroy them all. After explaining how the movies work, they sound kind of silly. That's why I like them. In Movie Mondays that I used to show, I actually showed all of the Starman movies that I have. I think I showed the same movie that Rift Tracks have, The Attack from Space. It's one of them in my collection. Bring it on, Wyvern. Okay, let's see if this works. Yeah, that worked. That's good that I can just push the keyboard to cast my spells. No more needing to just click around. So that's good. That's good, that's good, that's good, that's good. As Phaelus says too, it makes sense if you don't think about it. I mean, he can fly in... the Starman can fly in space while his butt whistles. Because it makes the... sound when he flies in space. And like I said, his cape flaps around in the vacuum of space. Because that's totally how it works. And also, I also love in each of the like the Gamera movies or Starman movies or other Japanese movies. Or not even Japanese, just all those C and B classic movies, wherever they go in space, smoke always goes up in space. Just doesn't float around, it just goes up. Oh yeah, Superman actually can talk in space. And in Russian too, yes. But his cape flaps in space as well. But he really tops Starman. No, actually, Starman in Attack from Space, I think Starman actually does talk in space, too. Huh. Maybe. I'm not too sure. Can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen it. Gabriel, does he talk, Starman talk in space at all? Do you remember? Yeah, me neither. It's a dumb movie. You don't remember anything important about it anyway. Just the goofy fighting and other goofy stuff. That's the most memorable things about the movies anyway. Sudden trivia, that too. Superman 4's budget actually was halved because that studio was such cheap shit. The funds were moved to making He-Man live action movie, yep. Good old Canon Films. Good old, hang on. Golden Globus, that's it. Golden Globus. Those guys were cheap shits. Making movies very cheap. But I gotta give it to the Canon Films and Golden and Globus production. They made entertaining crap. I mean, the movies were just pure shit, but they were entertaining. Except for Superman 4. That's my movie that I hate the most. I really, 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 really hate Superman 4. Not to mention, I also hate the He-Man movie. The He-Man movie is crap. I hate that too. I have made a pact with White that we will never ever watch Superman 4 ever again because I hate it, and we will never ever watch He-Man ever again because he hates it so much. And he gets a migraine just the mention of He-Man and the Masters of the... Blah, blah. They're not the Masters of Universe in that movie. They're just the Masters of Dolph Lundgren's and pecs. We're talking about older movie effects and idiot notions after all. I mean, back then, they literally wrote that if you put the right combination of water and liquid and put it over a PC or struck it with lightning, the thing would become sentient after it self-repairs. Usually not water, but coffee works. That was usually the case, that put coffee into a computer and it would go into the fridge and something miraculous will happen. My spell's stronger than yours. My spell's stronger than yours. You're an idiot trying to attack me. My spell's stronger than... Ow. There. Okay, now we're gonna do something that I have not done yet. We're gonna eat a mana fruit. Yeah, it does give me mana. You feel a surge of power as the magical energy from the fruit releases itself into your system. You should have worded that better. I don't want it to release anything into me. Am I preggers? I think I'm preggers now. Well, let's face the facts overall. If that was in the 50s, people hadn't even gone to space then, so who knows how they presumed things would work up there. True. I do seem to recall that Starman thinks to himself, and the audience can hear it like they can read the thought panels in a Silver Age comic. Yep. Let's face fun facts though. Superman 4's Solar Man had the voice of Gene Hackman as well. Yep. The voice of... wasn't it Nuclear Man, not Solar Man? I think he was called Nuclear Man, or Nuclear Man. But yeah, Gene Hackman did the voice of Nuclear Man as well. Yeah, that's a joke that everybody is thinking about when they watch that movie. That Gene Hackman going all the shouts in the recording booth. He is Nuclear Man, but he shuts down if not in sunlight, so solar-powered Nuclear Man, yep. Yep. That was the dumbest thing about that movie, that he would just shut down if there's not sunlight at all. Doesn't make any goddamn sense. Sure, he was born from the sun, yeah, but I don't think that's how it would work. I also like it that in the movie they actually say that the sun is nothing but a rotating nuclear power plant, and that's wrong. Wrong. You're wrong. They're so wrong about that. I mean, it's not even nuclear at all. Damn it. Damn it. Son of a... Die already. Technically, Superman is also solar powered, but I guess he's also internally charged. Yep. Superman gets his powers from the Earth, from our solar system's sun. But that has like a permanent effect on him. Just like Obelix fell into the magic cauldron when he was a child. Has the same effect. He will always be super strong. Born from the sun because a nuke that was thrown there. Also, I like how Linkara put it. Disposing world of nuclear warfare is also stupid. There may be smaller nations whose only real defense is the nukes. So yes, I agree there actually. If we throw away all nukes, world becomes utterly chaotic place. Yep. There's a lot of business in that nuclear business. Economies would fail in so many places because of it. Ah, it's almost nighttime. I need to get off this screen because this is where the ghost appears. Let's wait for another 60 minutes. Eagerfriend. Start singing. The sun is a massive of superheated gas, as its core is a nuclear furnace, where hydrogen is turned into helium at a temperature of millions of degrees. Eagle friend. Oh. Anna, I found you. Anna. Nikolai, I have been trying to find you for so long. I never stopped looking for you, Anna. Never. I love you, Anna. I loved you from the moment you smiled at me, and I will love you for always. Oh, Nikolai, this time we will always be together. Forever. Forever. Ghostly apparition vanishes. Well, at least they're happy. Now I wonder, is Katrina around? I also wonder if I go back in here, is there something that I can pick up? We come back one last time to thank you for reuniting us. Yes, thank you for so much. With your help, I would have been lost forever. I do not know how we can help you. This is the last you will ever see of us. If there is anything we can do for you, please ask. Let's greet them. We waited so that we could thank you. You have saved our deaths from being endless and meaningless. So, Nikolai, I have not been so happy since the day of our wedding. You're a ghost. It seems strange being a ghost. Still, it is better than being an old man who has lost his only love. It has been so long, and I know so little of what goes on today. Still, some time ago, there was talk in town about a stranger moving into Borgov Castle. There was much talk, and many rumors about who had moved in. I do not know whether your path will ever take you to the castle, but I do know of a secret passageway to there. What kind of rumors? There was some talk of vampires at that time. I do not think anyone in Mordavia was actually killed by a vampire, so gradually the talk faded. Secret passage? My grandfather once told me that there is a secret passage that leads from the Borgov crypt in the cemetery to the castle. It was an escape route for the Borgov family when they were alive. Do you know the colors of the rainbow? That's what I need to know. That's why I get the notebook ready. Stranger? I do not think anyone even saw the stranger. We knew him only as the Dark Master. It is an ominous title. You could say that again. It is an ominous title. You didn't need to repeat it. Your hat? You may of course take my hat. I have no further use for it. Let's put it on her. She looks lovely. Let's put it on him. He looks still great. Let's put it on me. I look fabulous. I shall never again be lost and alone. Nikolai and I will find our way. I have been lost so long I do not know how I can help you. Perhaps you can talk to my friend Olga. She knows everything that goes on in town. She married Boris Stovich, who owned the shop. Boris Stovich? She did. She is such a lovely girl. I'm sure they are happy together. Olga will be able to tell you many things about the town. Wait a minute. Borisovich, the gatekeeper? But didn't Olga say that her husband died? Boris is a vampire, but he only appears at the gate during the daytime. Conundrums. Being a ghost is not bad when you have someone you love with you. Well, goodbye. Farewell, may you never be lost. Farewell, may you never be lonely. Farewell, may you rest in peace. Oh, great. Come on, I had a lovely moment there. You really need to attack now. Razzle-dazzle. Shebang. 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 Yeah. I made that apostrophe mistake. It's versus it's. How embarrassing! Nah, it's not embarrassing. Everybody does it. Think positive now. You say potato, I say tomato. What? Fun trivia again, actually. Read that again. It's research that people who keep pointing out on grammar's mistakes tend to be uptight asses. This is why I say even more these days. Close enough! People who keep pointing out grammar's mistakes tend to be uptight asses. I guess I'm an uptight ass then. But then again, I do it just for fun. You know. Just to be... Well, I'm not an uptight ass, but I do it just for fun to point out people's typos. Correct their grammar. I'm trying to help them, trying to just help them out, you know, how it's properly written and such. No ill will. Well, you do say English, it's a language, so that makes me an uptight ass. I guess it does. But that's a joke, anyway. That's against me. Because I only say it because I flub the lines. Not because somebody else does. It's only a reminder for me that English is a language. And I speak it not very well. See? Not very well. That's a shrug as in rather whatever. But you know me, I take things too seriously unless you put the sarcasm or kappa at the end. Oh, I was actually hoping there would be the fountain, but apparently we found a zombie. Hail to the year, give me those copics. And now we go sleep in Arana's garden again. Let's see what kind of a nightmare we get to witness this time. Not to mention, I'm gonna grab one of those lovelies. Whee! That's how you drink. Just... I suspect that pointing out grammar mistakes doesn't make you an ass. It's just something that asses do. I'll still be an uptight ass even if I never did it again. Don't be saying that, Gabriel. You're not an uptight ass. You're a lovely... What was it that I called you? A lovable muffin. That's what you are. You're surrounded by warmth and friendship. As always. You reach out to take her hand and smile as she smiles back at you. So now there is a person in your dream. You hold open your arms and she flows into them. You embrace one another and share your happiness. You both laugh with joy as you each behold a stranger you have known so long. This friend you have never met, but always cared for. This love you share for the first time and forever. And in the nightmare situation, she's gonna just either float away. You kiss the lips of the mage, Irana. No nightmare? Ooh, hello. Ooh. You awaken as the sun begins to rise. Well, gradually awake, feeling relaxed and rested from the night's dream, instead of having nightmares. We just had a kiss with a ghost. That's what we did. We kissed the ghost. We used a ghost. We kissed a ghost. That's what we did. Had a smoochy smooch with a ghosty goo. Few people have told me my grammar is even awful. I wouldn't say that your grammar is awful. It's not the best around, but I don't discriminate you for it or judge you for it. I mean, it's a different language than you're writing. Also, being rather disregarding at whatever I say than, like, trying to point out whatever I say I'm quite much wrong. Disregarding at whatever I say than, like, trying to point out whatever I say I'm quite much wrong. I'm trying to figure out what the hell you just said. That coming after I said that I wouldn't judge you or discriminate you for having bad grammar in English language. I've told you that if you want to, you can write in Finnish, dude. It's okay, you can do it. It's fine, my mental logic is wonderfully twisted. But like I said, you can type in Finnish. It is allowed in my streams. If you are a Finnish person, you can just type in Finnish. Because it would be easier for you, and I can translate. If it's something that should be translated. I think he means also hardly anyone dismisses what I have to say just because my grammar was poor. Hardly anyone dismisses what I have to say just because my grammar was poor. Yep. Welcome back, Goblin. Didn't even know that you were gone. Hardly anyone assumes that I'm wrong just because I made mistakes. Yep. Small sarcasm with positive meaning to it. One of my rules here is because... really do like to howl, don't they? One of my rules, Raisin, actually is because I am a dumb son of a bitch. And sometimes I take things way too seriously when people say it. So if you do a joke or say something sarcastically in text, it's hard to read that as sarcastic. So put a kappa at the end of the sentence or just write the dash sarcasm. Then I will understand that they're not being very serious. Instead, making a joke. Otherwise, I'm gonna take you all the time very seriously. You thirst for more wisdom. You are greedy, but it is knowledge only that brings along life. So let's greet them.
You will always be welcome here.
You tell about Rakesh and your adventures in Tarn, huh? Yeah, we talked about that already. Now, Irana.
The magician Irana's death is shrouded in mystery.
We talked about this before. Tarot cards?
The tarot cards are a tradition with gypsies. The history is tied with our own. Always the gypsies have no fortunes. Always have the cards guided our side. Each card of the tarot has many meanings. A true reader of cards knows which meanings best suit a particular reading. When I tell a fortune with the cards for someone, I tell them only the meanings of the cards. It is up to that someone to figure out how they affect their future.
Any visions?
If I have any visions about you, I will let you know. I have been well, thank you. Journey safely, hero.
You cannot time out yourself. Well, then there goes that joke. Time to send note to Twitch staff that they disregard masochists. Why would you even time yourself out, Gabriel? You have done nothing wrong. So the gypsies were of no help. Oh, where do I go? Oh, wait a minute, I got the item. What am I talking about? Let's go to Bonehead. Bone, bone, bone. Bone, bone, Bonehead. Hey, don't ruin my singing. Whatever you are. Bye! Gotcha. Oh! You okay, Yoshi? Good. Gotta check up on Yoshi at times. Because Raisin mocked me for trying to translate what he said and made me realize what a jerk move it is. Well, you just tried to help because I didn't understand his message. So you're trying to help me out. It was nothing to do against Raisin. Not really, or a bit yes, but presuming English is your native language, fuck me though, no, if I guessed wrong. Also, apologies from before. I'm not seeing myself either as the smartest people, or person. I've decided I do not beat myself over that. Good. I cannot please everyone. Learned that the hard way. I say I am simply settling to be as I am with my faults even. I don't think I can fix them either. Probably cause I'm lazy shit. But like I said, that's just fine for me. It's a healthy attitude if you have accepted who you are. That is a healthy attitude. And I say, open! Begone, foul beast. Also known as a magical bush. Yeah, I'm here because of your conversationalism and such. Here, have a hat. Not bad. Not bad at all. I can tell by the reflections in your eyes that it gives me character. Makes me look mysterious. Hey, alright, you guys. This guy's okay by me. You can let him through. Alright! We can finally get up to... get up to Baba Yaga. Here goes nothing, people. We're actually going